Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Thursday stream with me, Gummy, my co-caster, LaFever. Both of us here ready to give
Hi.
you some excellent Smash Bros coming up real quick. Today it's a battle of runbacks here. We got a lot of familiar faces showing up.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see everyone back and see if anyone's, wearing some new tech, see if anyone's improved a little. Maybe they found a new pocket to play. Who knows?
Who
Uh but
knows? Yeah,
but I
we
can't wait
have
to see what everyone's going to get into today.
Yeah, we have a returning player in every single game for our stream this week. Game 4 is something you will not want to miss. We got a good game 4 for you tonight, folks. Maybe even it's kind of a sneak peek of how land's going to be. It's going to be that good. Do not miss it. But right now, we got a pretty good match for you too. We have SLP Soul playing against SR2D. 2D played on stream a bit earlier. Pretty sure he lost his matchup against Mnvl. That's who he played. We don't remember his character. Sorry.
Joker.
It's Joker. Joker. Ooh. But we also have a little inside information here on Soul. He used to be at least a Falco player. That's going to be kind of interesting in the Joker matchup. LaFever, got any thoughts on that?
Yeah. As you may or may not remember, we didn't for a second. Yeah. 2D and Noveled faced off earlier. I believe it was week 3 or week 2 against the Joker and me sword fighter matchup. Unfortunately, he could not bring it home, but maybe he can this week. Who knows? And yeah, like Gummy said, Soul is maybe a Falco main. We are not too sure, but I can't wait to see the surprise of who they actually are going to play.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, especially considering when you look at matchups. Falco Joker matchup honestly seems like one of the more even matchups in this game. It's nothing crazy. If you go into it, it's probably some honest. I mean, I use honest liberally there. They're playing a DLC character in Falco. I'm using honest liberally here, but it'll be a little more honest matchup than what you normally see in a lot of Smash Bros. And that's always interesting and fun to see, because then it's more skill focused
Right. You
instead of
see
abusing something. Yeah.
right, you see a little bit more of the knowledge of the game more so of the character, Like let's say they will put you in like a tech check. You got it. Let's see if they actually do tech or not. Or they will maybe we'll see like a little bit of like frame data knowledge. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. And it's going to be coming up real quick here soon. But before we get into it, for all the people who are here right away, I just want to give a special shout out to one of our wonderful sponsors in the Minnesota scene. I'd like to give a little special shout out to Wisdom, who they just do a lot for the Minnesota community. So from my heart, I'd like to thank them. Give a nice little shout out. Thank you for all you do. You help out Mnvl. You cover, a whole lot of stuff for Mnvl players. It means a lot. It helps out
Yeah.
quite a bit. So yeah, thank you. But back to the matchup here. Again, it's going to be interesting. These players have a little bit of a disadvantage. Soul, going into this, has a 27% game win rate. However, they also have 3 forfeit losses. Man, they are not good at scheduling. They are not good at scheduling. SR2D, however, has about 64% win rate with only 1 forfeit. Congratulations. So, 2D at the start looks like the better player. Has a better win rate, plays more matches, but we're just going to have to wait and see with Soul.
I believe it's Saul.
It's
Saul.
Soul. It's Saul? Am I going to call this man Saul?
Oh my god!
We love Nintendo, guys.
Thank you, Nintendo.
All right.
What an amazing. All right.
Okay, so it happened again. You may remember this happened a while ago on one of our streams. We had a slight technical problem, and it looks like we are having another slight technical problem where we cannot spectate the match. However,
it happens, but
yeah, it
moving
happens.
along with that, I believe the name is Saul.
It's like Saul Goodman?
Yeah,
Like Saul Saul.
Correct. Moving on, what stage did you think they were gonna play? Oh, I just want to point out that we were right. We did see a Joker and a Falco.
Yeah, we were right. We were right. All
A
right.
little props to us,
All right.
knowing our stuff.
Yeah, we know our stuff. We know our stuff. Word from production,
Absolutely.
we might be going back here soon.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, we would like to see the match, but you can't handle. Sometimes servers go down. It happens.
Right. It's unfortunate,
thank
but you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for sticking around, and we'll have it right back up in a second for you.
Yeah. Thank you, production, for working hard to get it back up. It looked like the players were still playing their match. So, one got DC'd. Word from production, word from the sky. One of them did get DC'd, so we're just gonna wait for him to reconnect, and then we can both get right back to the fighting.
Right, absolutely. What are you expecting to see in the Falco Joker matchup?
Well, looking at it, first, I want to look at where they're going to have this matchup.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we know, looking at it, they've started on PS2. It's good, it's even. The two platforms gives a little room for a little combo extension game, but it's nothing crazy like a Battlefield. It's a good middle ground. PS2 is used as a lot of people as a middle ground. It's where you gentlemen's to when you don't want to do like rock, paper, scissors stage bans, because then it's kind of just an unfair advantage for one person because they won a game of random chance. So it just makes more sense to start on PS2. It doesn't work for all characters because some characters get huge advantages on PS2 and some get huge disadvantages. But, sometimes it works a little better, and I think in this matchup it's going to be fairly even. I don't see any huge advantages for Falco or Joker. Fever, do you have any corrections for me?
No, yeah, again, gentlemening is more like, oh, I don't want to deal with this, right?
Yeah.
It's more so kind of exactly like what you said. It's even, it's nice, it's simple, and safe for most characters. Yeah, here we go then.
Starting off here. Ooh.
Both characters are just playing right to the point. A little bit of neutral. Then again, they're playing very aggressive, just getting right in, straight to the point. They're kind of just running at each other and seeing what sticks and what doesn't.
Yeah, right now it looks like a lot of just waiting. Falco has a huge waiting option with lasers, able to combo off a lot of them because they do stun for a little bit.
Right,
oh,
absolutely.
And right there, one hit. Falco is a little bit of a touch-of-death character, meaning if you get one hit, you can just extend that hit into a whole lot of damage.
Right, absolutely. But same can be said for Joker. You see a lot of combos starting up with like dash attack or like grab, hopefully. Ooh, unfortunate. The 2D using his gun to deny Saul out of his recovery option. Big stuff. With Arson out though, it's gonna be a little bit hard for Saul to get in here with a little bit more punch with 2D behind him.
All right, now both kind of at ledge, exchanging blows. Saul, I still can't get over that name, trying to get a stock back here to keep it even and not let 2D just run away with the lead. Because when that happens, Joker might just start snowballing, because then you get Arsene at just the right times. Ooh, and that could be bad.
Absolutely. Again, 2D is doing a fantastic job here of just trying to get this percent lead. 67% is... See, again, it just keeps racking as I'm talking here. It's such a great way to stay in the lead. Just having the stock exchange, stock difference, right? And just keeping on piling that damage. We might even see 2D here take the other stock without, himself losing a stock, which is super big. Ooh, unfortunately, though, can't always be right.
F smash there. Takes that stock.
Catching him with F smash.
Oh, yeah.
Like, again, these characters are very similar with what they want to do, and that is what Gummy explained earlier. Touch of Death, a little vocab word for today. You just kind of want to start a combo and just chain it for as long as you possibly can, right? For Falco, you may see that as like a down tilt or grab. Joker, you might see that as up tilt or like as again grab. Grab's pretty universal for starting combos with a lot of characters in the Smash Bros. Cast, but especially again with down tilt for Joker. Ooh, nice DI from Saul there.
Yeah, back throw almost taking that second stock. Saul now sitting at a massive percentage. A lot's going to start killing here, even without Arsene. And Arsene's about to come online, meaning Saul is about to say goodbye to the second stock. Unless he can just pull out some magic, that second stock is
baits the
gone.
counter. Amazing. Good job, Saul. Again, back here. Connect him, getting him off stage here. Saul's doing a great job with shield pressure here. He's not going down without a fight. Again, you can only live so much at 200. Dash attack will take the stock eventually. Joker here at 108. Falco can do a lot here, right? He can try doing back air and connects. If 2D doesn't DI out of it, it'll just simply kill.
A whole lot can really be done by 2D here. A whole lot of options, especially in this neutral against Falco. But Falco does just generally have an advantage in neutral. I mean, both of these characters have a long-range attack. Both of them have guns. However, one of them just has a better combo game off of their longer neutral. And that one is not the one in the lead right now, but is the one that just took 2D's second stock, putting it in a last stock situation. So
right.
We saw Saul taking a good bit of that lead back last stock before unfortunately falling to 2D. So can he do that again and pull out a miracle, or is it just going to be the end of game one?
Right. And a little bit of a F-Smash knowledge check for you. Falco actually hits twice up in the F-Smash, so 2D dropping the shield actually is what killed him there.
Oh.
Because he blocked the first hit and it's like, okay, I'm safe, I'm done. And then, nope, got hit by the second one. So, good job for Saul for kind of checking to see if he knows that. Arsene is going to be out here killing Saul here in a little bit, probably, due to him just being at 165. It's the nature, you know. Saul, though, is making a great run for his money, though. There you go. Nice little up throw. Trying to get him off stage.
Ooh, dash attack again.
There
Especially with Arsene, the dash attack still takes it. 2D, probably not as close as they would have liked, but still taking game one.
Absolutely. Again, it's hard for these players to kind of know what they're going to do at the very beginning, right? Game one is always, okay, let's see what they're going to do. Let's see what combo routes they go for, etc., right? Yeah. Knowing what they just saw from each other, how Shaco 2D likes to go a little bit for dash attack to finish off stocks, especially with Arsene late game. Saul might have a little bit of advantage of knowing, okay, this is what he goes for. Let's block it with shield and try and punish it.
Yeah. Looking into this, particularly this matchup, when you take the first game, you get pretty much an advantage in stages. Because then, if you go back and forth for the rest of the game, you win the game. And so, stages, if there's like one stage that they can always pull you back to, that you lose on, that is going to be a bit more of a problem if you lose game one. Because then you have to win on that stage at least once, instead of winning on the neutral stage, which you would decide on game one. So game one could be very important stage-wise. However, in this matchup, stage isn't really going to be as big as a factor, considering it's Joker Falco.
Right.
So, besides triplats, which I'm pretty sure 2D is going to be banning, I really don't see stages holding that much of a difference. Meaning that, honestly, game one is not that important. And Soul really could just start taking it back. And it wouldn't be that big of an issue having to play on a stage that might be technically a little worse, but really won't affect him too much.
Right, absolutely. Like, you're not gonna... I doubt we're gonna... Ooh, again, with the triplats, apparently Battlefield wasn't banned, so we are gonna be going to a triplat stage.
I assumed this stage would be good for Falco looking at it, because Falco then has longer combo extensions with the bigger side platforms, and how much those platforms cover of the base stage. Because if you look at PS2, the platforms, they only cover little bits of the stage. They're smaller. But then when you look at this, these platforms are a little larger. You know, they cover a whole lot more of the stage in general. So there's a lot more places where you could do combo extensions off of them.
Right, absolutely. And speaking of which, you are seeing that a little bit here with Saul here, right? You're seeing him go off to the platform when 2D's up here to just try and get him higher and higher into the air. He doesn't want him to land. That's the whole goal of all of this, right? They're trying to use the platforms to go higher and higher, not let them land. That's kind of what the base plan is, right?
Down tilt there on the top platform. That's a big advantage of triplats too. Falco's down tilt won't really kill at a whole lot of percentages at the bottom of the stage, but when you're on the top platform, that percentage gets a whole lot smaller for when that bad boy kills.
Right. Again, you're so much closer to the blast zone, while at the top of that platform, a lot of different things can happen, right? And it's just going to be a little bit difficult to survive, especially when you're at like 80, just due to the nature of knockback of some moves like Falco down tilt. Great neutral from both these players, though. Just kind of feeling out and just seeing what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Saul getting punished there for the F smash, though. Unfortunate. Might want to stay a little bit back on stage rather than just go on the straight to ledge right away.
Oh, a little bit of... Another connection error. This one might just be a lag test. And you hate to see that. You want people to play the game, not lose to lag. It's just fun.
It's sometimes a thing that will happen, though. We'll have the stream right back up for you. Is the match still going, production?
We will have to wait and find out, but...
Okay, yeah. The match is not going, so we'll set that up again. And thank you for being with us. A little bit of a discrepancy, though. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're going to go back to Battlefield, or...
I mean, it was in the middle of the game when the DC happened, which really messes up. Per the rules, they will have to go back to Battlefield.
Okay.
It was where the match was decided by stage bans, and even if it was bad for 2D, and 2D might realize that now, they're going to have to go back to Battlefield either way. It was where they decided.
Right, and especially if seeing how the match was going, they could change their game plan a little bit. Like they can make, okay, let's try and stay as low as possible. Let's try to get low to the ground. Let's not maybe jump as much. Let's try starting combo routes with like
however, I just got the telegram has come in from Washington, the control center. Our players are still playing.
Oh,
they're having a good time. They're still playing Smash. So we can just kind of guess at what they're doing.
We could flip a coin and see on our end who might win. A little bit of gambling.
Let's see if I have a coin. Well, because actually, wait, I have a dice.
That works even better. Okay, evens, 2D, odds, Saul.
All right, this is our deciding factor here.
This is to see whether the casters are right or wrong.
It was odd, a 3.
Ooh. Okay, so rumor has it that Saul wins this match. However,
all right,
I'd love to be proven wrong.
I would love to be proven wrong as well, but you know what? I really do feel like Saul had the huge advantage there. Right. He just had the pedal to the metal and was going. The triplats really just helped him a lot in that matchup. This matchup really is not really two-stage heavy except for triplats. That's the big important thing is triplats. Falco wants the triplats because then he can get his kills and it works well. However, we're just not really seeing... word from Washington has told us 2D has won the match.
I'd love to see it.
The dice lied. The dice lied.
Unfortunate. The dice of fate, it can't be right all the time.
Yeah, but 2D, hey. 3-0? Perhaps.
I am really curious on how, because you saw Saul really using the triplats to the fullest potential. The biggest and best example of that I could think of happened, which was down tilt, killed off the top platform at 80?
Yeah, it was like 90. It was pretty low.
Right. So I'm curious to see what 2D's plan was to get the Falco. Oh,
Oh,
a little bit
uh,
switching for you.
switch.
I got Saul now. It's
Hey,
okay.
I got the winning guy. I got the winning guy.
See, that's
My,
what you think.
I'm switching. I was a Saul fan going into this. You know what? I'm a 2D fan now.
Yeah, see, I thought 2D was gonna do okay, but then I'm like, nah, Saul is gonna come back and reverse the score. He's gonna come back and win. Trust me on this one.
Ah, all right. So the last two matches were flukes then.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, hey, we didn't get to see one of them, so anything could have happened.
Right. Again, that's the kind of a good thing about DCs is the mystery.
We don't know
really
what happened.
Right? Who knows?
Who knows? The
Really?
only people who do know right now are currently playing another match on Battlefield.
I'd love to see it, honestly.
The back
I'd
air?
love to see
Okay.
Falco back air. I love the Falco back air. It's such a good, just hype. It's such a hype move,
It's probably one of the only hype moves Falco has, if we're going to be honest here. Wait, no, I take that back. Down tilt. Down tilt's pretty cool sometimes too.
An unfortunate,
SD.
couldn't recover, but
Unfortunate that happens sometimes. That might have been the death of Saul.
And again, that's gonna get punished right there. That's one of the worst things you can do, just in general, I feel like, is revealing your hand a little bit too early here, right? Saul was just on a little bit of stage, just trying to catch 2D with charging F smash right away. You don't want to just reveal your hand like that. Nice counter though. What you want to do is kind of wait for 2D to make a choice and then play off of that, right?
Yeah.
Because what he did, he just neutral got up because he knew exactly right here. What is he gonna do? He's just gonna wait it out. So
Yeah,
you don't really want to reveal
whenever.
your hand like that.
I'm wondering if he could find a way to punish that up smash. Maybe with a jump up side B.
Or even jump up like gun or nair would probably catch it. Or hell, what you could do is just. Oh, I thought that back air killed. Ooh, watch Arsene though. Getting him.
Ooh, gets the 2-frame.
Good.
Ooh, waited for it. Was fishing for it all game. We were talking about it. And finally gets it.
Right.
All right, if 2D wants a 3-0, 2D's got to start putting in work now.
Putting in work he has. Already putting a 2D with Arsene at 72. Getting the Arsene meter down. And trying to go for another 2-frame. Doesn't get it though. Pulls the trigger a little bit too soon. There's the dash attack.
All right, there it is. Dash back F smash. Kind of showing Saul, hey, this is how you're supposed to do the edge guard, all right?
Right.
Do it like this. All right, but no Arsene and a whole lot of percentage to regain here for 2D. If he wants the 3-0, the work's got to get put in.
Absolutely. He's got a little bit of a mountain to climb here, right? And unfortunately, he just falls off the mountain.
On the middle of the stage, kills at around 110. Ooh, that's unfortunate, but Saul is not out of this yet. Saul's back.
Like I said, you're gonna see the reverse. It's all part of my master plan.
Your master plan.
Yeah, I'm actually the one desyncing the games.
Ah, really? Because
No.
so far that's always gone in favor of 2D. Every game we've had a desync, it's gone in favor of 2D.
I lie.
Yeah, hey, we're new casters. Things happen.
Right. It's okay.
Yeah, but moving back to the match there, a whole lot of combo game from Saul. That was kind of the bread and butter. Finding openings and then using the openings to the fullest extent to really combo and punish and just get a whole lot there.
Absolutely.
Especially with 2 frames off ledge, trying to get the edge guarding. I mean, sometimes it worked.
Sometimes you got punished for it.
Yeah, we really did not see a whole lot of punish on the 2 frames. That's going to be a deciding factor, I think, in Game 4 coming up. Is
Absolutely.
if 2D is going to be able to start punishing all those attempts at the 2 frames.
Right. And that's the big deciding factor, I feel like. Like, that's the one piece of the puzzle that's missing for 2D here, right? He's not really taking the liberty of punishing all of the mistakes Saul is making. Sometimes he just simply can't because of positioning, right? Like you're hanging on ledge. Falco's F smash is pretty big. You don't really want to approach it, right? You want to play it safe. You want to win at the end. You're not going to just say like 40% just like that, right?
Yeah.
But then again, you could have him you could give him 40% by just simply punishing it with like gun or something like that. Again,
Gun
Joker
is
has
not going to do 40%. Gun, I feel
no,
like
no.
is
I'm saying
not-
like gun can lead into like combos or something like that.
I understand that. Looking at it, I feel like the more optimal combo is if you have Arsene to side B. Because then that also has a lot of knockback. But the problem is, again, 2D, don't be watching this because this is coaching. When you do that, you leave yourself a little vulnerable because there's a startup animation to it where you could be a hit with the F smash. Because Falco F smash is big. There's a lot of frames on it. And so that can do a whole lot of damage and take stocks. But 2D, might be able to find a way around it, going back to stage 1 with PS2. A much more even stage.
I don't know if you noticed, but 2D being a gentleman is just wishing for a good fight every single round. What a true gentleman.
What a good sport.
Right.
I mean,
but you
that
see here,
only
again,
one forfeit, and it was in his favor? Good sport.
Right. And you see the same thing that you've been seeing the whole other games, right? A good neutral, good trading, just, amazing gun, getting that cheeky damage. Also, fun fact for you, Joker's gun, like the bullets, you would call it, or projectile, reacts as physical, not projectile. So, Reflector's not going to do anything.
Oh, but the spike anyway! Oh, just lands down and gets a nice spike there, taking that stock, putting Saul in a back foot position, using Arsene to get a whole lot of percentage now. This is looking good for 2D.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like, you punished him for going off stage when Saul had no reason to, right? You punished him, you showed him Arsene, and you showed him the boot.
Alright, now back to that more even neutral here, but now there's a big stock difference to look at, and that definitely plays into the mental of Saul. Ooh! But doesn't matter. Gets away from the Rebels guard and does a down tilt. Take that stock.
Right. Good awareness from Saul of just pulling the down tilt out just super fast. Right?
Oh, yeah. Might be a little bit of luck and button mashing involved there, but you know what? We're just going to say it's skill. It happens sometimes.
Hey, man, if it works, it works.
Yeah. It just happens every now and then. You miss input, and then you get a kill from it, and then everyone calls you really cool.
Right, exactly.
If only this was last game, we could have asked him. You could find out the secrets.
Right, the Forbidden Scroll, we will never know, though.
Back through here, throwing Saul really far off ledge.
Both players are playing such good neutral. Except it's all about the ledge plays what's really getting these players their damage, right? Or getting back on stage. With Arsene, though, he's going to be able... Or 2D here is going to be able to do a lot of damage. Unless Saul just combos him.
Ooh, dash attack takes it. I'm noticing a bit of a weakness. 2D has been having some difficulty getting kills in general.
Right, he's relying a lot on dash attack.
Which is very easy to just shield through and get a punish off of. Not something you want to rely on for kill moves. Well, Saul has been able to get a whole lot more consistent F smashes, down smashes, back airs, with just a whole lot more options.
Right, and that's just kind of the problem with Joker, just from like a character perspective. Sometimes you're going to have a hard time killing. But that's the same thing with Falco. And like we said at the very beginning, since these characters are so similar, they're kind of equalizing their weaknesses, and just because both characters can't kill really bad, or can't kill really good, so they're gonna be able to just kind of be mediocre with each other.
Yeah, but we've been looking at fantastic kill options from Falco here. Back air killed at like 80. Down tilt is doing a whole lot of work. We haven't seen any dash attack, but just a whole lot of combo options into kills. But what I was talking about, combo into kill, we got a combo into kill right there. A 2 stock from 2D, living up to his name. Just a close out the set, 3-1.
I love the drag down of the up air into the down smash. It was super nice and very clean.
Yeah,
Love to
just
see it.
a classic Joker combo. He uses that a lot. It's up air, you let it drag down a bit, grab,
Mm-hmm.
up throw, up B, and you kind of just you juggle.
Yup.
I mean,
You
his
go to
name,
the circus.
yeah, he's called Joker. You take your enemies to the circus. That's how it works.
Right.
Yeah, it's how the game plan works. But 2D, able to use a nice little drag down into a down smash for a nice kill. I have a feeling he heard in his heart what we were saying about needing new kill options because dash attack really wasn't cutting anymore. So
Right.
he dropped something a little spicy. We'll drop something a
Right.
little fun. A little fun for us. But we got some more fun coming at you. Game 2 between the and longtime stream classic Rum Rummy. You're not going to want to miss it. Stick right around. We'll be right back after this quick break. Welcome back. We're back with game 2. It's going to be kind of interesting, this one. We got someone coming back who's been on a lot of streams, Rummy. Remember last time he got wiped by K-Rool. He got wiped by my guy. So hopefully, you know what? Maybe he can come back and get his way into my heart. This is a real showcase for him. See if he can earn the caster's affection. But
you know what? Rummy's got my affection.
Yeah.
I'll be honest side for this one. I can respect the puff.
Yeah, but going against the longtime Stream Classic, we got JP, not saying that full name. JP, is kind of a middle of the pack player so far from what I've seen. Got a 66% game win rate with 2 forfeits. Don't like forfeits here. So kind of middle of the pack. Hard to tell where they're going to really land how it concerns like state and placements. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do against Rummy, someone who we know a little bit more about. Lefevre, want to talk about Rummy?
Yeah, so as you may or may not have seen from the past streams, Rummy is a big fan of lightweights, right? Jigglypuff, I believe he played Pichu at one point. Pichu.
Did play Pichu.
Other examples that I can't think of on the top of my head. That's all right. So yeah, we're really going to be seeing a lot of probably combo routes and chaining. Probably, I'm assuming Nair. It's just Pichu, Jigglypuff, Sora is lightweight technically.
Yeah.
They all hit the Nair button.
Nonsense.
So, right, they do nonsense.
Yeah, they do stuff. Well, you know what?
Right.
Lightweights are really respected.
Plant!
Ooh, all right.
Plant gang, rise up!
Okay, big fan of Plant.
Right, I'm a big fan of Mr. Plant. But here you are with the Jigglypuff. Gonna struggle a little bit hard to get in here. Especially, this seems very scary to me, because Plant can shield break, right? Fun fact about Jigglypuff.
Kinda?
I mean, just down B, unlike Patooey.
Yeah.
Side B. In my mind,
ooh,
that's
okay.
Nice back air.
Rummy is already just out of the game. JP. Ooh, with a nice little
clean
back
air if I've ever seen one. Rollout is not what you want to be doing here. Because you get meet with an F smash. Just like that. Rummy's gonna have a super hard time to get in against this Plant, because Plant is a trap character, right? He sets up things to have you avoid them, and if you don't avoid them, you take like 30, right? And that's exactly what you're seeing here with JP doing a great job with Tui and just edge guarding very well. We just got into a minute of the game, and there's already 2 stocks gone, both from Rummy.
Yeah, this is not a fair fight. I'm sorry, Rummy. You've been on the stream a while. You've been a good sport. JP is running away with it here.
Right, absolutely. Again, I wouldn't even say it's Rummy's fault. It's just, it's such a bad matchup. It's such a bad matchup.
It's a bad matchup, and JP is looking like a very, very strong player here. Like, all of that just leads to a 3-stock game 1. This is JP. This is JP all the way. Ignore the scoreboard. This is JP all the way.
Right. I would love to see what Rummy can do, though, to bring it back. I'm gonna need to see a character switch, though. Jigglypuff is not gonna be able to get in against Plant shenanigans at all.
Yeah. Plant just has a whole lot of options, and especially considering how light Puff is, and when you're gonna get hit with Patooey off stage.
Right.
That's not a hard recipe for success. It's just not going to work out too well. All things considered, we're going to see, I think, a little bit of a change in game plan. Third caster on the stream for a little bit. Okay.
Third caster on the stream.
Okay, but we're going to need to see a big change in game plan. Rummy is going to have to switch characters. I expect the Pichu. 100%.
I just got cookies.
Eat your cookies. I'll talk. The cookies are good. Cookies are good. But
you want one?
Drive one down? Question mark?
Yeah, here you go.
Thank
you. Here you go, chat.
Chat gets a cookie. But okay, the big problem we're seeing is that JP is a very good player and a very good plant. Plant matchup is very weird for a lot of people because it's plant. So it's just weird for everyone.
Right.
It is not good weird for any light character, pretty much.
Because again, you're gonna see a lot of shield pressure. There you go,
okay, we gotta change.
Pyramithra.
That's a good change. That is a good character to use in this matchup. Please use this character.
Don't use side B. Nope.
No, we went over it. Magic trick. It gets real stale real quick, and especially against a good player like JP, it's gonna get old very quickly, and it's gonna get punished super easily.
Right, and again, you're going to be seeing a whole, like, there you go, there's the shield pressure I'm talking about. JP just ate the shield like a piece of candy, right? Maybe kind of like a cookie. Unfortunate.
Ooh,
SD, though. But you know what? It works at the end of the day. If Raimi also loses a stock, right?
Yeah, it's looking like JP can afford to do stuff like that. JP just looks like such a strong player. You know, able to get a whole lot of damage here. However, the Aegis is starting to get just a little bit more percentage. Now in the lead, but you never really know. Something could happen.
Right. Oh! Again, you're seeing a lot of punishes here with Rummy here. He's just punishing everything that JP does now. Like, Aegis is such a better character for this matchup, just because they can kind of cancel out some of the wackiness of Plant. But then again, Plant always has the Patui to worry about, always has the super armor of the insane down B.
Ooh, alright, Patui's again! Patui into Patui combos!
You know what? I love to see it.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Right. Rummy, though, avoiding the Patui. Again, JP's just trying to zone him out and trying to take care of Rum getting in.
Ooh,
unfortunate, though, that you can't avoid everything.
Yeah, looking at this, the big weakness Rummy has is Rummy is not playing Aegis perfect. There is a big flaw. Oh, the flaw is not even need to be talked about because JP just does a throw right into the classic Patui to take that stock.
Right.
Ooh. This is looking like it might just turn out to be a 3-0. We might just see a very clean 3-0 here from JP. Just clean house, get the brooms out. And if Rummy wants to stop that, there needs to be a big change in game plan. Because what Rummy is doing a bit of button mashing and spamming a lot of moves that are huge in reward, but huge in punishment.
Right.
And the thing is, it was working. During that second stock when it was even, it was working pretty well from Rummy. JP was not punishing or shielding through a whole lot of the attacks, and instead, Rummy was able to get a whole lot of mileage and took that stock. JP then kind of just went on a bit of a rampage and got his combos. And just,
like, JP kind of picked up what Rummy was putting down and just Patui'd all over him.
Yeah, I'd have to say, we started seeing a little bit more, but I'd love to continue seeing more punishes from JP. More punishes from when Rummy whiffs. Because that's kind of going to be your big thing if you're going to want another 3-stock like the first game, is just doing that again. However, that second game for Rummy, much better matchup. I don't know if he played better. It was just the matchup is just a lot better, so his natural skill and talent is able to shine through more.
Yo!
No!
DK? Okay, a little bit interesting. There's 6 characters in this game? 89? You know, we didn't need that stock anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's like 89 characters, something like that. DK is not one of them I would think of using when fighting Plant.
Yeah.
But, you know, I can't wait to see what Rummy has in store.
Honestly, if Rummy just stuck through with Aegis, I felt like this really could have gone a whole lot better. But switching to the DK, I feel like is not going to go well. Especially when you lose your first stock that early.
Right, it is unfortunate, but you deal with what you got, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you're dealt a bad hand, and you just kind of got to deal with it.
Right. Like, you're not going to play blackjack and have an ace every single time.
Yeah. But it's kind of hard to play blackjack sometimes when you throw away your first card you get.
Yeah, totally. Again, JP here making a great use of Patui and just trying to zone out this DK in every way he can.
Yeah, just keeping distance, not letting a whole lot of the more heavy hitting attacks of DK hit, and just getting nice, clean combos like that one. Just one hit, two hit type deals. It takes stocks. Nothing crazy needed.
You see right there where he tries to grab Rummy with the Cloud to maximize the amount of damage that Cloud can deal, right? So just amazing knowledge of just the game.
Patui again! Man, Patui is the story of this set as JP walks away with a 3-0.
Amazing stuff.
Good work, JP. But as I was saying, Patui, the little spike ball that you guys saw there, that is the story of this match. A whole lot of stuff has happened all off Patui. It was the #1 kill option every single game, taking almost all of the stocks every single game.
Right. And that's not even a bad thing, because, like, what else is Plant gonna do? Like, Plant uses Patui very well. Especially this Plant, JP doing a great job of maximizing and, like, being efficient with the character.
Yeah, especially using it to just really read predictable recoveries. Because Donkey Kong's recovery always moves in that arc.
Like,
Ooh. In that arc, because if it doesn't move in that arc, the DK is dead. Because you're either going away from the stage, or you're going to go up, and you're going to go way back down.
Yeah.
So being able to read that, JP was able to use the Patui to just constantly get kills. And that's why I think DK was a really bad choice in that matchup.
Same.
You got a predictable recovery with a whole lot of lag, and you're trading that for longer time alive with more damage. But that trade-offs weren't able to really be used to its fullest extent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just kind of unfortunate. I think Rummy could have maybe gotten a game if he played a lot more patient, a lot more together, if you will, with the Aegis. But JP coming out on top, though.
Yeah. Well, a sad day for Rummy going 0-3, but a great day for JP and a great day for our matches, because we got another match coming for you, Game 3. That one's going to be a good one. We got someone with a 100% game win rate and no forfeits. That's going to be interesting. And Game 4, something special. I won't spoil it, but you're going to have to come watch. Do not miss it. We'll be right back with 2 more fantastic sets right after this break. Welcome back. After that fantastic set we just watched, JP playing fantastic, doing a whole lot. After that, we got another stream classic Noveled going up against Flourish. This one is going to be a little more interesting. Noveled, we know, is a good player. Has a 68% game win rate, pretty favorable, only one forfeit. You know, seems like a pretty strong player. Got 9th at the Egan Open, my tournament. A little proud of that. But however, we're going against Flourish. Fever,
Is
you want to talk about the game win percentage on Flourish?
Flourish is a bit of a boss. Like if Smash wasn't like an RPG, he'd be like the boss before the final boss.
Yeah, Flourish.
Not a mini boss though.
Flourish has a 100% game win rate. Flourish, not a set, has not dropped a single game. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Including preseason, has not dropped a single game. That's a little impressive. Phantom. Mnvl State 2-time champion does not have that win rate. So, it's a little difficult for Noveled here. I mean, but Noveled does have one advantage. Matchup. Noveled plays Mii's Sword Fighter. No one else plays Mii's Sword Fighter.
In the world.
Pretty much. So it's really hard to get good Mii Sword Fighter experience. Because who are you going to play against?
Right.
So that might give Noveled a little advantage to stay alive a few games, but you don't know against this Flourish guy. Flourish could just clean house. We just don't know.
Right. And again, Noveled is also, he plays a big matchup check, or just like a knowledge check. He plays to see if you know how to deal with projectiles, right? And if you know how to deal with it, great. You get to put up a very good chance of winning. If you don't know how to put up against projectiles, though, especially with the Chakram and Gale, you're going to see a loss.
Yeah. All right, a Byleth. Our own MK Leo here. All right, starting on PS2, fairly even stage.
Yeah, so what I'm expecting to see here, right, is a lot of Spear from Flourished and a whole lot of Gale from Noveled. Novel's going to want to keep his distance and just try and get Byleth off of him, right?
Oh, yeah. An advantage that Flourish has is Flourish can VOD review against Novel, because Novel has been on stream plenty of times. So
absolutely.
Flourish can watch and maybe learn a few things, but it looks like Flourish hasn't. Opens up with a nice little taunt there. After losing the first stock, someone who's at 25%. Maybe singling that they're going to turn the jets on a little.
Right, so again, what was I saying before about the matchup check, right? You either know how to deal with projectiles or you don't. Flourish here, it's game 1, first stock, so, I could be wrong, but it doesn't seem like Flourish entirely knows how to.
Yeah.
He just seems to just be getting hit by every Gale that Novel gets sent his way, right? That was an interesting interaction.
That was certainly an interaction in the game we call Smash Bros.
That is true.
I do not have the analytical skills required to tell you what happened, but something sure did. All right, nice counter off ledge to get a little bit more percentage. It's looking bad for Flourished.
Again, he's just having such a hard time dealing with these projectiles. And another thing about Novel's counter, amazing spot dodge. But back to what I was saying, Mii's Sword Fighter's counter sends up. So you're actually going to want to DI down for that. And again, DI, for those who don't remember when we explained it on one of the other streams, that was on the vocab. Ooh, nice spot dodge and...
All right, up 2 stocks. Ooh.
Novel's done a great job of spot dodging and punishing with, uppy. Great choices of mix-up. But DI is not that.
SDs, unfortunately. All right, making it slightly more even. but the work still needs to be done if Flourish wants to keep the perfect game win rate. Because remember, if Flourish loses this right now, that perfect game win rate is gone.
Right. And he's going to want to keep that up. But at the moment, it doesn't seem like...
Oh, there goes
That's
the perfect
gonna
game win rate.
You know what? It's fine. Who cares? You still got, what, 90-something? You're perfectly fine. Who cares about a number?
But what a lot of people will care about is the letter, W or L.
Right.
That looked very heavily in Noveld's favor. Ooh,
Absolutely.
that was very much a Noveld match.
Again, Flourished, maybe it's just with the Byleth thing, but it doesn't seem like he knows how to deal with projectiles. He doesn't know how to play patient and wait and shield. He just kind of has the gas. He just kind of is flooring it at all times. He's not really taking a step back to deal with it and like think or process what's going on.
Yeah, there really isn't a whole lot of just waiting. Noveld is just constantly doing an attack. A lot of I believe the move is side B that Noveld was doing there. And it constantly got hits as well. It wasn't...
The spin?
Yeah, the spin. It wasn't dodged. It wasn't punished. I really hope we see a little bit of punish game from Flourish here. Because they've had a perfect just set win rate, but...
Right.
Game win rate already gone.
PS2.
Let's hope they can carry on the set win rate, but yeah, you never know.
Again, maybe Novel just has such great knowledge with fighting Byleth, because you do see Byleth a lot more than me Sword Fighter. Because back to what you were saying at the beginning, who plays me Sword Fighter? Who's gonna lab me Sword Fighter with you?
Yeah, who wants to? It's me Sword Fighter. No one really looks at this roster of 89 characters and says, me.
Yeah, I'll pick the me. Yeah.
They want to play like Kirby or Mario or something. No one really says me.
Right. But you know what? Novel does, and it works for him. Because again, Flourish just doesn't seem to know what he's doing. Unfortunate.
Ooh, an SD!
For those wondering, the reason why he didn't grab Ledger was because, I don't know if it was Beerverse, but Novel was facing the other way. So his back was turned to the stage, so his character didn't grab him. Again, Novel just making very nice work of every tool he has.
Ooh, an SD off ledge though. One SD apiece this game. Oh, something I'm really noticing is Flourish's kill options here. A lot of Byleth's kill options in general come from side B and back air. That is kind of your bread and butter for kills. Side B has gotten absolutely no mileage here. In fact, it's been a detriment because Novel has just been able to counter side B every single time it comes up.
Absolutely. That or just spot dodge it and punish it with something of his own.
Okay, outruns the side B. I like what we're seeing there. Maybe a side B on the side B would be able to do a little something there, because I don't think you can counter right out of the animation.
That is, yeah, Novel's side B does have a whole lot of end lag with the side B. I'm trying to get him with a cheeky little spear, not getting enough though.
Kill options really just seem to be what's holding Flourish down.
Right. Because again, Flourish doesn't seem to know what to do here. Novel misses the tech though.
Okay, misses the side B off ledge. Seems like they went for it, but just not at the right height for it.
Right, and again at 159, he's a little desperate just to try and get this stock. Because if he gets this stock, it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's last stock. Ooh, but counter there. All right. Just building a percentage lead, which is kind of important right now, because it doesn't look like you're going to take this final stock. You're at 160.
Right. I will say Flourish is doing a
huge percentage lead and walk away with the W.
Right. I will say Flourish is doing a whole lot better job of dealing with the projectiles, though. You're seeing him shield the Gale, and that's exactly what you're going to want to be doing.
Oh, yeah. All right, starting to use bow a little more, too, but up B off ledge just catches it. And the last sword hit just has just enough knockback. Take that stock. All right. All right, Noveled up 2-0, 3-0 the 3-0er. I see where you're at. I see what you're doing.
Right. Great stuff. I noticed that you can the reason why the up B connected was because he B reversed it. It was probably what he wanted to do his first death.
Yeah, it was very clean, very nice. And
Right.
something else that's very clean, and very nice here in Minnesota, that's Wisdom. Wisdom
Wisdom
Studios.
Gaming.
They are a fantastic sponsor of Mnvl. They help us out a lot, and they are just a fantastic sponsor of the Minnesota esports scene. They do a lot. Coming up in December, they're going to be running a nice little Minecraft event. Ooh, if you're a crafter, might be something for you to check out.
Or
Always
even
worth
if you're a
seeing.
miner.
Yeah, kids are allowed.
Right.
All right, taunt battle, taunt battle. Who's got better taunts? All right.
I do like, I believe it's up taunt on Meat Sword Fighter where he throws the sword.
All right.
Okay, this is getting old. Can we play the game now? Thank you.
Novel is the first one to leave. Loses the game of chicken.
Right. Okay, we can play the game now, boys. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go. Okay, thank you. Okay, the game's now going on.
Damn it. Okay, there we go. Starting to get more side B and getting more weight off that combo. And almost an SD from Novel, but able to get it back. We like to see that.
Again, Novel just putting up so much pressure from Forrest here. And Forrest just isn't knowing how to respond, it seems.
Yeah, all right, starting to now jump over that side B. Hasn't been hit by that side B in a while, but you never know what might happen.
Right, and again, Forrest is by no means a bad player. Like, he is clearly adapting to Novel's shenanigans, if you will. But it's just not enough.
Oh yeah, no punish to that up B on stage, which is a little unfortunate, because that could have led to maybe a stock taken. Oh! Jumps in front with an arrow, tries to get it out, but Byleth Arrow has a long startup and not able to get anything off of it. And loses a stock because of it too.
Novel is going for it. Unfortunately, not connecting.
SD's off ledge there.
You know, he's going for some Twitter clips. It's a little risky, but you know, I'll respect it.
Yeah, Novel seems much more confident right now, and is just kind of going for whatever.
Right, absolutely. Using side B to
side B's
go over to the next stage.
Side B's right into the down air.
Right. Again, amazing counter to get out of the up smash. Nice spear.
Right, back to just kind of sitting in even neutral. Percentages are very even, but a nice little pop 'em up, hit 'em combo. Doesn't take that second stock, but does do some percentage damage.
You're gonna see it again right here. Again, Forrest isn't like responding with it properly. Nice spot dodge. And Gale trying to connect with it. Unfortunately, didn't miss it.
All right, up B's on stage and takes that last stock. All right, jumps over the down smash. All right, back to kind of more of that neutral, but off ledge down throw. We know that Novel can get combos off of those.
Right, you see.
Woo! All right, this is our first one stock situation this match.
Again, Novel, I'm assuming thought Forrest was gonna side B with the spear, so he tried to counter it, but the counter left him open to a nice F smash for Flourish.
Ooh, all right, back to more than even neutral, but percentages are starting to go the favor of Novel.
Right.
Unless Flourish can just start comboing. All right, back to we're straight to even now. These are two even players now. This,
Ooh, up air? No. Okay.
from what I'm seeing, could we see reverse 3-0? Is it in the cards?
Ooh, maybe. Forrest fast falls to ignore the Gale. Novel just waiting for Forrest to make a mistake. Uh-oh. Oh, unfortunate. Forrest did nothing with the huge advantage state he had right there.
Ooh, all right, now we're getting both players at kill percentage.
Back throw?
One of them's got back throw off ledge.
There you go. No Gale
All right,
connects.
one edge guard here.
Don't
could
go
be
off
the end of it.
stage. You're gonna get yoinked.
Okay, jumps back. Okay, just going back to neutral. Misses a grab.
Very tense situation here.
Very tense. Both players at very high percentages. Anything could really happen. Oh!
There you go.
Waits out the side B, hits him with his own side B. And that's a 3-0 to the 3-0er. Noveled, proving why they're the Stream Classic and staying alive. Ooh,
Great stuff.
Noveled.
Again,
Ooh.
Noveled showing his competence as a player, just being so patient with Flourish, just making sure he is the one to punish the mistake and not the other way around. Noveled waited for the side B to leave Flourish open, so then he could punish it and kill him. Because again, it's at 160, he's gonna hit him with anything and kill him. Again, Noveled was doing such a good job of just playing neutral, playing it safe, sticking to bread and butter, and kind of checking to see if Flourish knew the matchup, which he did not.
Yeah, in the end, me Sword Fighter able to claim another victim. It was so close that last game, but not able to close it out. However, you're not going to want to close out of that tab where you're watching this stream, because I'm going to tell you, we got something good coming up. We got a sneak peek at what Grand Finals is probably going to be at State. We got a matchup you do not want to miss between Phantom and Lazy Zach. You do not want to go anywhere. You have to see this one. We'll be right back after these breaks. Please don't go anywhere. You have to see this.
Got to.
Hello, welcome back, everyone. We are back, and I'm a little giddy. I'm a little giddy about this matchup. We have pretty much what state finals is going to be. I'm sorry to say it, but these are two world-class competitors we got here who are just absolutely fantastic, and they're going to be playing each other here in like week 4. We're in the middle of the season. We're getting a preview of what's at the end. Oh, this is something you're going to have to stick around and see because it's going to be very interesting. Looking at the data, Lazy Zach has an 85% win rate with 1 forfeit win. Phantom has a 93% win rate with no forfeits. Good work, Phantom. Good work, Phantom. However, these players have played each other before. They played at the Egan Open in winners finals and in grand finals. Both times, Lazy Zach won. That's pretty interesting. Lefevre, got some thoughts on that?
Yeah. I was there when Lazy Zach and Phantom were doing the finals in the wonderful tournament that was Egan Open. It was very close. It was always elastic, last stock, last hit. But I'm excited to see who can come out on top, and I'm excited to see what can really be, like what you said, a precursor to finals, right? Because again, this is online, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler: Lazy Jack plays Sonic. Online Sonic is a whole lot of a different beast than LAN Sonic.
Online Sonic has a lot of advantages, just because it's
Right.
online. It's how this
Right.
game works. Online and in person are very, very different because online adds a lot of lag to the game, input delays. So there are some characters who really benefit from that, and some characters who really do not benefit from that.
Right. And
Sonic,
again, Roy doesn't really get punished by the online factor though.
yeah, and especially considering Phantom also has a cloud he can pull out, which gets a buff from online. Really, he should be at a little more even footing against Lazy Zach here. However, we
Right.
might also see Aegis come out from Phantom because shout outs to Milk Tea because he was Milk Tea, they were prepping Phantom for the matchup we have here today, trying to give Phantom just all the help that they can give because it's going to be a difficult one. But
Right.
Phantom was warming up in Aegis. Now that's kind of big because Aegis does really well in the Sonic matchup. Gets a lot of mileage out of it. So just something we might see here is an Aegis come out. So you'd never know. You never know.
Right. And again, Lazy Zach does have a pocket Steve for some reason. So we could be seeing that as well.
Okay, there we
But
go. We're seeing an Aegis come out in this matchup against Sonic. It looks like, yeah, we're also going to be starting on PS2. It looks
gotta
like
go fast.
it's a very even stage PS2 for this
Right.
matchup. It's not really favoring one or the other. Because it has a good enough range to keep distance from Sonic. But also a good enough range from Sonic to run away. It kind of works both ways.
And again, the thing is, Zach has done this match before at the Egan Open. He has won this match before. So we're going to see whether Phantom can pull it back and kind of say, no, I'm still in this. Don't count me out just yet.
Yeah. Especially, just all things considered, at the Egan Open, Phantom played Roy in this matchup. He did not pull out the Aegis, so the Aegis is a completely new mix-up for Lazy Zach that I don't know if Lazy Zach's going to be completely ready for.
Right. He is struggling a little bit, though, with the ledge play here, right? He's having a hard time finding a way to get back on stage. Once he does, he's good.
Yeah, Phantom is... I've seen it 2 times so far that he's been using a dash attack as an option, but Lazy Zach has just been able to just catch it out every time with his shield and lead to a punish. That is something that Phantom is really going to have to start clamping down on. He cannot afford mistakes like that in this matchup. It's not going to end well for him if he keeps making mistakes like that.
Again, and as sad as this is, I think Pyra's moves are a little bit too slow to catch Sonic here. Because, yeah, big hit, don't get me wrong, but if the big hit never hits, what's the point, right?
Yeah.
And again, Lazy Zack just racking up so much damage here, already taking this percent lead on the second stock against Phantom. Phantom DIing it though.
Ooh, it
And
hits
that's
him off
dead
stage.
Aegis.
That's dead. If you cannot get hit off stage as Aegis, that's pretty much dead. And that's a big advantage Sonic has in this matchup, is being able to go off stage.
Right. Because Aegis, like you just said, if they get hit once, they're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
And especially with playing it safe like Spring, Zack kind of just gets away with it. Like, what is Phantom gonna do to punish Spring? He can't.
Yeah.
Right? He's just gonna have to deal with it and not get hit.
A lot of combo games here from Lazy Zack. I mean, that's kind of just Sonic, you know? You do the combos.
Right. Also, going low to get back to stage.
Interesting.
Every single time, consistently.
Interesting. I wonder if we're going to see a down air just punish from Phantom. Ooh, he gets a down air punish right there to take a stock. Not getting clean free stock. State champ still alive, but... You know, Lazy Zack is just such a strong player. Outside of the just Mnvl space, he is pretty much a PR barrier player. Almost PR, but not quite. Might make PR this year if he can.
Hang on, what he goes to.
Actually goes to events, yeah.
Right.
But it's
Which
just
is a bit of a joke.
yeah, it's just difficult to see.
Right. Gonna back throw though. DIing it. Ooh, unfortunate.
A miss input. You don't like seeing that from the state champ Phantom. But yeah.
Unfortunate.
Lazy Zack taking game one. It's a good one for Lazy Zack. I have to call, just kind of bring this up. At the Egan Open, winners finals was 3-1. Grand finals was 3-0, both in favor of Lazy Zack. However, grand finals, we can't really talk about it too much because it was a little scuffed because we were kind of pressed for time. And we were kind of like pushing the players to just get a move on a little. So we won't really talk too much about grand finals for talking about results here, but to really start talking about it, we need to talk about winners finals of the Egan Open, where Lazy Zack still won. It's important to stress, he still won, but he did drop a game, and each game was really close. However, it was a lot closer than what we just saw, because it was not close this game. Ugh.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, it's just hard.
Okay,
Phantom, going to his roots.
Yeah, going back to
Roy.
Roy. The Aegis did not work out. I like the attitude with going in with the Aegis to see if it works, but going to what you know.
Right, you gotta experiment
every
once in a while. Especially when you've played the match before, you gotta see if something different will work. And, you know, it's okay if you gotta go back.
Yeah, every now and then, you just gotta go back to how it was. Just go back to your original.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because again, Roy's still very good in this matchup. He's gonna get comboed a lot more than Aegis, I feel like. But again, Phantom's just more comfortable with just being a Roy main.
Yeah.
And
he just has more experience.
Right, and I feel like Phantom might be able to punish it a little bit more, especially when when Zack hits his shield a little bit better with Roy.
All right.
Again, you're seeing a lot of edge guarding just because of how pitiful Roy's recovery can be, especially in a matchup like this.
Yeah, but I love
seeing
seeing how Phantom is able to mix it up on his recovery, because when he was high like that, he was using Dancing Blade to create just a little bit of distance, and Dancing Blade there on his as a get-up attack, use it to get some nice percentage, but that
also
use of
to not
Dancing
get hit by
Blade,
the spring.
yeah, that use of Dancing Blade has been very strong by Phantom.
Absolutely. And again, him being at 161, big problem, right? Obviously.
Yeah, you're at 174 now.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff is going to kill.
You get blown on, like, a slight breeze is going to kill you at that point.
Yeah.
And Sonic is just so fast that Phantom can't really seem to catch up with him. Catching up with the uppie, though, out of shield. Gonna try and get some percent. Gonna try and get him a little bit. Missing the back air, though. Just for how fast Sonic is with the homing attack. You know, Phantom is fishing for a back air just to try and get him.
Yeah.
Down to a stock as quickly as possible.
All right, up to about 130. Oh, 142 now. Phantom really starting to get that percentage in on Lazy Zack, but not able to take a stock. he really needs to get a solid hit here with just anything. A Jair would do it, a back air. Maybe an uppy if it gets high enough. I don't know. But he needs
Uppy
something.
would kill. Yup,
Uppy
just
will
like
kill.
that.
Yeah, he needed that. He needed that if he wants to take this game.
Absolutely. Again, he's at 94, so you're like, oh, he's going to lose stock. Not necessarily. He could just play really well, really clean, like you're seeing right now, and could just catch up.
Yeah, we're going to really need to see very careful gameplay from Phantom. Waiting out a lot of Lazy Zach's attacks and just getting punishes whenever he can is going to be the game plan here.
Absolutely.
The thing is, Lazy Zach can punish like that, and it does a lot of damage. And it gets really close to killing, too.
But Phantom catching up here, only like a 30% difference. Yeah, 30, I can do that. Or not.
Or not. Yeah, now a stock difference between them.
Right, and that's the big thing. You think you're so close to Sonic, and he can just spin dash into you and take a stock just like that.
Yeah, percentage is really going to need a big change here. He's going to need... Phantom's either going to need a big read or to get a little more percentage read before he takes this stock.
Right.
Oh, all right.
Ooh.
Almost.
Nice DI, though.
Good DI, yeah, but now Phantom has that percentage I was talking about. Now a lot more is going to kill. Like an up B.
Nice catch with the uppy.
Alright, a down smash sends Phantom off ledge. Ooh, but gets back to stage. But a lot of damage is starting to get piled up. Ooh, and I don't know if that's DI or just the knockback angle it was at. But that's Sonic and Lazy Zach taking that game.
Absolutely. And again, it's just going to be so much harder with online Sonic.
Oh yeah, dealing with online is a much different beast compared to in person. And
right.
Lazy Zach has a lot more experience online just in general as well. Top 8 in coin boxes and just a whole lot of big tournaments using Sonic Online. So, Lazy Zach has a huge upper hand.
Absolutely.
And Phantom sadly does not have that upper hand. He just doesn't have the online experience to catch up to Lazy Zach, and it's not turning out well.
Right. Again, sticking to Roy, seeing what works better, which was clearly the Roy.
He's going to grab you and he's going to throw you.
Absolutely.
A little bit of a threat from Lazy Zach going into this game 3. Roy worked out to be a little closer than the Aegis. I liked how it turned out. It seemed it was just one bad interaction away from going in Phantom's favor. It just turned out that one interaction happened to be Lazy Zach's favor, and that stock was taken at a crucial moment.
Right, and that's the thing, right? With sets like this, it's just one mistake and you're dead.
Yeah.
Phantom playing it safe, playing dead to just not get hit by the homing attack.
Alright, Phantom starting to read out Spin Dash a little more with Dancing Blade, and I like that. Dancing Blade is able to catch a whole lot more, and is a kill option. Meaning that Phantom is now up a stock.
Yeah, Dancing Blade is a super nice, not always reliable, but usually consistent kill option for characters like Sonic, where they just won't stop moving and you need to catch them. Amazing parry, though.
Alright. Down throw doesn't really lead to anything. Both players now kind of back to neutral, but with Phantom, does have that stock lead. Oh, that could be... Oh, nope. A nice air dodge. Lets Phantom get away and survive a little longer.
Again, Zach is just rolling around at the speed of sound, just all over the stage. Ooh, getting caught by Dancing Blade, though.
Back air takes the stock. Lazy Zach up some big percentage, but you know that he can get that percentage right back with just enough combos.
Like just like that here.
Like
again,
right there.
Zach is doing such a good job of just stringing together combos. You let your guard down once and you just take 60 because of how good Zach is of just continuing interactions like that.
Oh yeah, and looking a little closer at how Phantom is playing in this matchup, a lot of the times he's able to sometimes get a good air dodge out of the combos. It saved him from a kill the first stock. However, It looks like sometimes, however, he just doesn't have good enough tech. He misses out. Like right there, the recovery. It was just an unfortunate spot for Phantom, and now Phantom is down a stock.
Right, and that's huge, right? Zach already has proven that he can do such a great lead by just one interaction. And him already being at 42, that's such a huge upset for Phantom, right?
Yeah, Phantom really going to have to put a whole lot of work in if he wants to stay in the set. Something I've been noticing is Dancing Blade, while it was started as a blessing, has become more of a curse, as Phantom is starting to use it a lot and starting to get punished for it. Maybe a few mix-up before he can go back to that Dancing Blade, because it is a big part of Roy's kit.
Absolutely, but see, the thing is, with Zach right there, he can just go through it if he's expecting it.
Ooh,
doesn't get punished for that.
Alright, last stock, last stock. Phantom at a much higher percentage, but maybe he can get something here.
Again, he can put in some work, just like Sonic. He can do some touch of death stuff.
Yeah, it is Roy. It's not like it's the top tier going against the lovable low tier. No, this is Roy. This is one of the best characters in the game.
Right. Again, Phantom's just trying to catch up and hold on to his life while Zach is just rolling around, just trying to get Roy out of here just like that.
And that's going to be it. Off ledge, hits him with the spring. Ooh, a recovery is the way this is going to end. Lazy Zach, he got the broom out. 3-0. Ooh. And this time it wasn't for money, but Lazy Zach, now in everyone's minds for the argument of state winner. Because 3-0, that's a dominant performance. I'm sorry, Phantom, but that's a dominant performance from Lazy Zach right there. He two-stocked some matches. He had a very nice lead, was able to use a whole lot of combos just in a lot of situations to read out Dancing Blade the last two games. It just looked really good for Lazy Zach. He looked very solid.
Right. Zach performed so well and kind of adapted a lot to what Phantom's game plan was. Like with the Aegis, he saw what Phantom was doing and just kind of swept him under the rug, right?
Yeah.
And same with Dancing Blade. Like, Dancing Blade was, again, perfectly how you described it before. It was a blessing at first, but then it turned into a curse of just overutilizing it.
Yeah. It worked out that first stock, giving Phantom a lead there, but then he began to over-rely on it, and a lot of times it just turned into punishes. He just whiffed it, and then it was punished. He whiffed it, and then it was punished. And in the end, it kind of led to his downfall in Game 3, meaning that Phantom gets 3-0'd. That's something you don't hear every day.
Right.
But coming up here soon, we're going to have an interview with the man who just took down the king. Now, it is online, so it's a little iffy, but he took down the king. And we're going to see, what he has to say for himself after that performance. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere if you want to hear what Lazy Zach has to say. All right, welcome back, everyone. We have with us on the call the winner of that match and your potential Mnvl state champion, Lazy Zach. My man, how are you feeling?
Pretty good. Pretty good set. Pretty fun. Not much really to say, honestly.
All right.
Nice.
Like, it's a good
Um,
time.
right. I have a question for you about mental and mindset. What was your kind of mindset, or how are you feeling going into that set at the very beginning, like even before game one?
Well, to be honest, I hadn't touched the game that much, so I was a little bit nervous. But I mean, I haven't touched the game that much. I haven't touched it in the past few days much, just because of Frontiers coming out, so I've just been playing that. So I was a little nervous going in, because I'm like, oh, what if I mess up or whatever. But game one, I was like, okay, I'm just going to take it slow. We'll take it from there.
Yeah.
And it's turned out pretty well for me.
Nice.
Looking forward, you got state coming up on the horizon in January. How do you feel your play against Phantom here? Because this is looking like it's going to be the state championship. Is this
Well, what
matchup?
the? I
How
can't
do
hear
you
you
feel
anymore.
this match is going to like? How different is it going to be at state compared to how it is right now online? He's taking a second to mull it over.
Oh, wait, what the?
Oh,
Hold
Zach, are
on.
you with us?
My headphones stopped working, but I can hear everyone now.
All right, that's good.
Okay.
So what I was asking is, how do you feel like how you played today, like this result 3-0 against Phantom, is going to change after a few months and getting off online to in person at state?
In person at State, when you said it was like December, January?
January.
Yep.
It's in January? I'm feeling pretty confident as long as I keep it up.
All right, so you feel like going from offline to online, well, going from online to offline isn't going to affect too much what happens at state?
No, I feel like the biggest change for me when it comes to online versus offline is the different environment I'm in. Because I can really adapt to any kind of input delay or whatever. That doesn't really affect me that much, just because I've had to play online so much. And then going back to offline usually only takes about a match or two for me.
Yeah, but environment and state at state does get hype, so you will have to prepare for that.
Yeah, I've had to deal with lots of crowds in the past, especially when I started going to tournaments last year offline.
Yeah, we both remember that one advantage state where you just barely timed out Vivian.
Oh, that was amazing. It was a 0.8%
I know the
difference.
0.8%
Casting that was
difference.
horrible.
I know I casted it. But
That was a great match,
yeah, but
to be honest.
back to the interview. You know, the important part.
All right. My.
Not us joshing about
So
old times.
so you played great. So just overall phenomenal stuff. I love watching you. But what do you think is harder to fight? Was it the Aegis at the beginning or the Roy from Phantom?
I think the Roy was definitely harder because I think that's definitely his best character, which I don't think comes as a shocker. The Mithra
Right.
was giving me a little bit of trouble at the start, but that's mainly because I wasn't trying to take my time. I was really just like, just I don't know, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do against it,
Right.
Yeah,
and
just
then I figured that out after first stock. Because really, like, most of the time when I get that stock lead, once I or just when I get that momentum, becomes significantly easier because I like this game, like Ultimate, I think especially, you thrive heavily off of having momentum against your opponent.
Absolutely.
yeah, we definitely saw that this matchup. I mean, you took the first stock and then took the second stock in I think two of the games. Cause of your momentum, you were just able to start just pushing down the pedal and start moving. Last game though, it was Phantom who had the momentum there. I just want to talk about that for a second. Phantom did have the momentum that last game, and then you were
Yeah.
able to pull it back. Did you have any like mental moments there with yourself where you had to like really think deep and pull it back?
So in game three, especially on that last stock, it was more of a like Because if I think of like, oh, I can't mess this up, or like blah blah blah, like it's just gonna make me more likely to mess up because they're just gonna stress me. Usually, when I get in those kind of situations where the opponent's at like high kill percent, I'm at low percent, and then suddenly I'm at mid percent or kill percent, all of a sudden I'm like, okay, we got to take it a little bit slower. The kill will come, but you can't force it.
Yeah.
And that's what I started doing. And then I got the Spring Gimp.
And you took the set.
Not the most entertaining finish, but
Hey, it's a finish.
you can't rush, you can't force a kill in that kind of setting, especially as Sonic.
Yeah.
Against a character that can kill you at 60-40, because Sonic is a lightweight character. You have to remember that.
I do have one last question for you, and it's a very important one.
What is it?
How's Sonic Frontiers?
Best 3D Sonic game in years.
What?
Is it better than Adventure 2?
Yes. Not even close.
That's big.
All right.
That's big words from the Sonic man of Mnvl here. But that is going to be it from our interview. Lazy Zach, any last final shout outs you want to make? Any person who's helped you a lot? Just anyone you want to talk about?
Shoutouts to myself for being cool. Also, buy Sonic Frontiers. Available on all major platforms, November 8th.
All right. Well, you heard it from the man himself. You got to buy Sonic Frontiers and love yourself. So, you know what? That's going to be it from our wonderful stream today. Thank you, Lazy Zach, for the interview. It's always a pleasure having you on and seeing you play. You're a great player. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, but that'll be it for our stream. Coming up next will be Sunday with Rocket League. That's going to be a fun one. You don't want to miss it. That'll be it from me and LaFever. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week.